Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to Weather with Sim again. I hope you guys are all having a great Saturday so far and also having a great Saturday evening. And today is February 1st, 2025. And in today's forecast, we are going to be talking about how we could be seeing a large storm coming to the United States as we get into February 6th. And this could bring a lot of impacts, as not only will we be seeing those chances for severe storms, but we will also be seeing those chances for heavy snow and freezing rain on the northern side of that system, which could impact the Great Lakes region and as well as the northern Ohio Valley. So we will need to be watching for that very closely as we get into Thursday. And after that, we could also be seeing some more big storms rolling on through, which unfortunately we could be seeing another big winter storm during sometime in February. Now, even though we were talking about how we could be seeing an early spring this year, the models are somehow wanting to show that we could actually be seeing winter roaring back to life sometime during the next couple of weeks. So that's definitely a sign that winter is not 100% over yet. But overall, though, we could still be seeing an early spring, especially across especially across the southern United States, where temperatures will likely be trending above average overall. So we will be going over all that. But if you are new here to the YouTube channel, or if you haven't subscribed already, make sure to go down below and click that subscribe button, as we upload every day on this channel. And it's also important to give this video a thumbs up too as well, and also share this video with any friends, family, or anyone who you know on social media. Make sure to do that, and I definitely appreciate it. But let's first start off by talking about the storm that's likely going to be coming as we get into Thursday, February 6th, which this one is definitely going to bring those chances for severe storms on the southern side of that system. So make sure you guys are really watching as we get into Thursday, and not only will we be seeing your chances for severe storms, but if you look a little farther north, like Minnesota, the Dakotas, even into Wisconsin, Michigan, Iowa, northern Illinois, northern Indiana, even northern Ohio, you guys are all likely to experience some pretty good winter weather, as we will likely be seeing heavy snow and freezing rain, and a lot of that will then continue into New England. So we will be watching that closely. And if we're gonna really be seeing severe storms, you guys can see how we're gonna have a big surge of energy during the same time that storm systems roll on through, which will be on Thursday, February 6th. And not only will we be seeing a lot of energy, but you guys can see how your moisture is gonna be pretty high, and we'll also have a lot of wind to work with, as we will likely be seeing some pretty high winds across all levels of the atmosphere, as you can see, which could definitely indicate chances for possibly a few tornadoes. But once again, guys, even though we could be seeing an early spring, we still will likely be tracking those chances for snowfall on the northern side of that system too as well, which after that heads out, and as we get into February 9th, which will be for your Sunday, not this Sunday, but the Sunday next week, which will be over 7 days from now. This is going to be something that we could be seeing as we get into Sunday, February 9th, as we could be tracking your chances for severe storms once again, as we will have some pretty good energy once again surging on in from the Gulf of Mexico. It won't be a lot, but there will be a few areas, especially where you see those blue dots might be indicating a little bit of energy, but once again, there won't be as much, but you could still have enough to bring you chances for a few storms. And especially that freezing rain and heavy snowfall looks to be the biggest concern with that system, as that will even continue into New England by the time we get into Monday, February 10th. And then here's the thing I am really surprised about, because like I said, even though we were predicting an early spring, which I still think we will see one, especially because the latest weather in Pennsylvania Pennsylvania looks to be cloudy, with a little bit of snowfall with where the groundhog is going to be released, which will be in central Pennsylvania. And that's the reason why we are expecting an early spring, is because the groundhog will more than likely not see its shadow due to it being cloudy. But once again, though, even though we really thought about that, winter is not 100% over, guys, and most of you guys should know that. Even though a season may start a little early, the season that we're in right now, which is still winter in general, is not completely over, and that's why we could be seeing a winter storm at some point. I think our best chance is going to be as we get into the middle of our February, but once again, things can always change, and usually this is when models usually start to show quite some aggressive storm systems rolling on through, indicating that this is probably not going to be a really bad scenario. But once again, though, this could still definitely happen, so we will keep an eye on it for you. But like I said, I don't think this is going to be as bad a scenario as what the model is showing right now, especially if we look at the run a few hours ago. You guys can see how it does not show it as intense, but once again, those things can still change and things can still shift around a little bit. So this is obviously something to pay attention to, like I said, but definitely don't get too concerned about it just yet, as we are still heading quite far out from when the storm is expected to occur, and we are also heading far enough out to where things will likely change. But once again, winter is definitely still around, so we will keep an eye on it for you by the time we get into the middle of our February. And if we look at what the Climate Prediction Center thinks as we get into the next couple of weeks, starting off with our temperatures, as we get into the next week to 2 weeks of our February, which will pretty much be for the next 14 days, we will be tracking not only those above normal temperatures across the southern United States, but we'll also be tracking those below normal temperatures across the northern United States right there, especially across the northern parts there of Washington, even over there into Idaho, Montana. I think the northern parts of those states are going to have the highest chance of getting those below normal temperatures, but even areas like the Four Corners region, even over there into the Pacific West, even over there into the upper Midwest, you guys could still be seeing those below normal temperatures as we get into the next few weeks. Now, once again, guys, even though we may feel like an early spring down here in the southern United States, winter is still not completely over, as we will likely continue to see those below normal temperatures continue across the northern United States. And even as we get a little bit later out, you guys can see how that cold air is actually going to start moving a little farther down to the south. Not going to be as bad, but still going to have some chances for below normal temperatures as far down south as central Texas. So we will need to be watching for this very closely, especially as we get into the middle of our February, where once again, even though we may feel like an early spring down here in the southern United States, winter is still not all of a sudden done. We still got plenty of weeks left of winter, so we will continue to watch for that. And of course, with your precipitation, we will continue to see above normal precipitation across the central and eastern United States, and even parts there the western United States. So we will continue to watch the weather very closely for you guys as we get into the next few weeks. Now, once again, we are still at the point to where we won't really be able to tell exactly what we're going to really see, but once again, though, we're at that point to where we must watch the weather very closely, as not only could we be seeing chances for severe weather as we get into Thursday, February 6th, but we could also be tracking that potential for another major winter storm or two as we get closer into the middle of our February. So make sure to be paying attention. And yeah, I really do appreciate you guys watching today's update. If you guys would like to stay tuned for more weather videos, and if you guys would like us to keep you guys up to date with the latest, make sure to go down below and click that subscribe button, and as well as that like button, as we will continue to keep you guys up to date with the latest. And of course, share this with any friends, family, or anyone who you know on social media, make sure to do that, and I definitely appreciate it. And I hope you guys all have a great rest of your weekend, and we'll see you in the next one. Thank you all so much for watching, and goodbye.